This video has to do with the wedge block. We're in the chapter 5 document that we created. And here's the C clip. So now we're going to put the wedge block. Well, I'll probably put it in here somewhere. Let's look at the book. This basically is one extrusion, and then we're going to cut the hole, cut this, and cut this. Now, there's a couple dimensions that are hard to read. Actually, this is a 4 and that's a 6. You'll have to ask me if there's some of these others. That's a 1/2 inch, 2.5. So I actually had this picture bigger, and it was harder to read when it was bigger. This 4 and 6 was hard to read, but it's easier to read now. But anyway, you might have trouble with those dimensions. You can ask. Well, this isn't really too difficult. So I've already done it. I'm just going to show you step by step. So we just drew this sketch 2. You can see that if I look straight at it, it's just pentagon. I labeled put the 4 dimensions on there in there, and I can move it around. So that means it's nice and defined. All right, then I just extrude that. Grab that thing. Oh, I got to get out of the sketch. So I extrude it. You get the dimension out of the book. And now you can choose which order you want to put the cuts in. I did the circle first. So you just draw a sketch on this surface here. There's my circle. So then I cut that all the way through. And then there's a cut in the top, a rectangular cut. And I drew that on the back here, this surface here. You can see it right there. And I cut that all the way through. Now, this angle that's cut here, let's look at the picture again. It's not very easy to draw that up on this slanted surface. But notice, if you think of it from the bottom, you just have a triangle. And the length of this is 6 minus 4, so that would be 2. The length of this line here is 3.5 minus 1 3/4, so that'll be 1 3/4. And when you define 2 legs of a right triangle, then you have a defined object, because a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The whole Pythagorean theorem. C, the hypotenuse, is fixed. Okay, so we'll look at that. I drew this sketch on the bottom right here, and then I cut it. All right, so if we look at that isometrically, we're in business.